Welcome back to Ben and Dan, the lawman and the bandito, as they are finally heading towards Cynder. It's actually been a few weeks since I've been able to play, so hopefully I can remember everything that happened, but what I do remember is they weren't allowed to go to town because they failed their last mission. But before they left for their mission, rumors had been swirling that a mine had been found with a stable gateway leading to another dimension. A smoldering lava world ruled over by an ancient evil and filled with flows of molten magma and burning lakes. Where dark stone melts into liquid and the air you breathe practically burns to the touch. There are stories of dark, sprawling temples devoted to the ancient god Belial, watched over by massive stone statues and home to untold treasures collected from all across space and time. Of course, there are also tales of hulking monsters made from the very rock and lava itself, and horrific torture chambers filled with chains and brutal tools of torment. It is said that there are entire caverns filled with row upon row of rusty cages, home to lost souls lured by their lust and greed, now waiting to be devoured by the Lord of Cynder, Scourge of Worlds, last remaining of the Shadow Kings, Belial. But those are all just rumors, right? So this one starts at a normal mine entrance, and you have to find a gate to Cynder. So either you can find a gate, or the very first clue token that you get, clue icon on a token, will give you a gate. Once you get into Cynder, you have to find 2 clue icons. So then you've explored the new place and you've completed the mission. Special rules for this one are all gates lead to Cynder, and mine clues add a gate, which we just said. So once you find your second clue in Cynder, they have reached the objective for exploring the other world. You ignore any attacks or encounters, and you also ignore any door or gate icons. You reveal all growing dread cards, and then you face an epic threat. And of course, once you get to Cynder, you draw Cynder cards instead of regular threat cards. If they complete it, they get 25 experience, and they might get golden trinkets beyond that, and they might get a mine artifact. However, that item would be cursed and you take a corruption. If you fail, you get lost in the twisting tunnels, and you are scorched by the heat, infected by the darkness, and each takes D6 corruption points, ignoring willpower. So that kind of stinks, but they heard about this, and instead of going back to town, since they can't, they're going straight to the home of Belial. Unfortunately, I don't think Belial is in this particular one. I don't know. But I have put a bunch of Cynder type cards into the regular cavern deck. Of course, I did that for the last time too and didn't find any. But once we get to cavern, to Cynder, we will actually see Cynder monsters. So let me get this back set up and we will get rolling. Alright, so before we actually get into Cynder, there are some global rules once we get there. First, each character gets +1 to their max grit. However, each turn, for every clothing item they have on, they take a hit. So I think they will probably take off their clothing. Amazingly enough, the lawman has no clothing items, where the bandito actually has his glasses, his armor mask, and he has something else with clothing. Oh, he's got his spurs. Why those count as clothing, I don't know, but he's going to lose his +1 move. And then the other thing that happens are the lava spaces, and whenever you enter those, you have to roll a d6 and see if you can avoid getting burned. If you don't, you get burning markers. And then the burning markers are basically, you can remove 1 burning marker at the start of each turn, and you take 2 wounds ignoring defense. And then, there are some pits, and you can't walk across them. That's really about it. First thing to do will be to try and hold back the darkness And we do. So first move will be, I'm going to try without the thing. So the lawman will move first. 3, 4, he actually keeps his. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is not going to look through the door yet. The bandito, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think the bandito will scavenge. Nope. Alright, next turn. Can we hold back the darkness? Double 2s. Dark Dread. Things are looking more and more bleak by the moment. Draw a growing dread card and add it to the stack. Let me shuffle these up. So far, well, not good. But, alright. The growing dread cards. We'll go with Bandito. Alright, he's going to be here. Then the lawman doesn't get a grit. He's going to look through the door. He will get 5 experience. Last adventurer, the Bandito actually got 500 experience points. The lawman got 80. It was not enough to take either of them up a level. They are still level 4. Alright, so first we have a blocked rail. Let me get the blocked rail out. So we now have the blocked rail, exploration token. That's actually the end of the turn, so we have an encounter. There's only one door, so it is this one over there. So this one is blocked. We will draw our encounter card. Let me shuffle them just in case. The Red Spectre. The temperature in the room drops. Heading to Cynder. The temperature in the room drops, and you can see your breath hang in the air. A dark power resides here, and you seem to have gotten its attention. With a shimmering red glow, an ethereal form is in tattered robes, rises up from the blood-stained floor and speaks directly into your mind. A random hero will take a Spirit 6 test. If passed, you gain knowledge of your own death. You get a personal revive token for the rest of this adventure that only you can use, but you also take D8 horror hits. If failed, you are brutally burned by the Shade's eternal hatred and take D6 burning markers. Ow. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3 is the lawman, 4, 5, 6 is the bandito. It's the bandito, of course. What is his spirit? He has a spirit of 4. So let's see. Uh-oh. You know what? He's going to burn his only grit, and we're going to try one more time. And he gets it. Okay. That was a lucky thing. So he gets a personal revive token. And he takes D8 horror hits. 4 horror hits. Tries willpower saves. Oh, he ends up taking 1 horror hit. That is it. That is pretty good. So he gets a revive, but he takes a horror, or a sanity damage. Okay. I'm just going to use one of these markers. Well, that one turned out to not be too bad. I'll put this back here. And now it is time to hold back the darkness. We do not. Oh, and they went 1. Alright, the lawman will move. He can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the bandito will move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, time to hold back the darkness again. They do. Bandito will move first. 2. 1, 2. He will look through the door and take his 5 experience. And it is no exploration token. And now the lawman will move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do not think he's going to look through the door yet. Alright, so hold back the darkness. They do not again. And it is a blood spatter. Alright, the first ill omen. Gunfight. All enemies with a ranged attack gain +1 shot with that attack and are +1 defense against hero ranged attacks. Ooh. Let me see. Can I think I have something that can get rid of... I don't have anything. Crap. Okay, well, that's really bad. Because we pretty much only use ranged attacks. Alright, so I'm going to let the bandito go first. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He will look through the door and we get the rickety bridge. Okay, so exploration token, and then the lawman's turn. He can move 5. I think he's going to stay right where he is just in case there's something bad here. We have a gate. Alright, so, and only a gate. So where is the gate? 2. The gate is over here. That's good to have that early on. It's been really humid. Everything is swelled up a little bit. So, alright, we'll finally get to go into Cynder. Yeah, but it's an attack. Okay, so let's see what we get. D3 +1 Hellfire Succubi. Let me get them and get their card, and I will be right back. Okay, so D3 +1. Alright, so 2 Hellfire Succubi. I've painted them, but I have not had a chance to fight them yet. This is the first time that they are out since being painted. Let me put, you can overwatch with Belial, so we do have the magma giant. So, let's see. They have to come from the door. And so, Hellfire Succubi are initiative 8. They have vicious claws. Heroes are -1 to their defense rolls against their combat die. They are immune to hellfire and burning markers. And the hellfire succubi are immune to critical hits from male heroes, but are +1 combat when targeting female heroes. Defense of 3, health of 7, 3 combat, doing 2 damage. Okay. And unfortunately, because we are level 4, they get 2 elite abilities. A 1 and a 4. So, pure evil. They are now +2 damage. And number 4 is +5 health. Ooh, so they're 12 health. Let me add their elite abilities over here so I potentially can remember them. So I guess the Hellfire Succubi came out of the portal. There's elite ability number 4 and elite ability number 1. And they get to go first, and they have a move of 7, but no ranged hits. So first to move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I think, let's see. So they can't move through there because they don't fly. Alright, so on a 1, 2, or 3, they're attacking the Lawman. 4, 5, or 6, the Bandito. Oh, so she's attacking the Bandito. 3 combat, but she is +2 damage. And I forget, there's something with... they are immune to critical hits from male heroes. Oh, that stinks because they have that defense of 3. This could be a very long fight. Okay. The 1 hit. And defense. He defends, which is great. And okay, they attacked, that's right. So, okay. Now the Lawman gets to go. They are a demon and they are Cynder. So the Lawman, he does get +2 damage against enemies that have a higher initiative. And he does get +1 damage with his rifle. So he is going to use his rifle. And that's right, once per turn he can use the D8 for damage. So here's his 2 attacks. Those are both hits. They're immune to critical, so that really doesn't matter. So he will put hit 8 on the first one. That's a 5, plus his 2 is 7, plus his 1 is 8 damage, but so he gets +3, so she takes 5 damage. And now for the second one, he has to use his regular die. That's a 6. He has the +3, so it's actually 6 damage, and she still has 1 more wound because of her elite ability. So now the Bandito gets to go. So he is still he is two-handed. He doesn't have his glasses on yet because he hasn't put his clothes on, so he doesn't get to re-roll anything. So he has 2 hits is all he has. So he'll put it first one on the first one. That does nothing. And now on the second one, that's a 5 minus 3. That's a 2. It's enough to kill her. So she is dead. He gets to do his sinister laugh. But he doesn't get a grit. And he gets 35 experience. Yes, the lawman misses out again. And that is the end of the turn. Oh, and I forgot to roll to move for the lawman. He gets a grit. Roll to move for the bandito. He does not get a grit. And actually, I don't remember if the bandito rolled any 2s. I was thinking he was the sheriff and it was on a 6. So he may have gotten a grit at some point, but that's on me. And now hold back the darkness. 8 they do, which I actually forgot. 1, 2 rooms. He can roll to see if he moves the darkness space back. On a 3+ he does. He does, so darkness moves back. And now it is the next, or we're in the next turn. The bandito, of course, puts all his clothes on. Unfortunately, that means he's going to take some hits every turn. Let's see which, actually, he puts everything on. Yeah, he has to put everything on, which means he's going to take, unfortunately, 3 hits every turn. But she can move. 1, 2, 3, it's the lawman. 4, 5, 6, it's the bandito. If she's attacking the lawman, combat 3. She hits twice. He can defend. He defends 1. No, wait a minute. His normal defense is 4, which means he has to do a 5, which means that doesn't do anything. He is going to use his grit that he had just earned to try and re-roll those, and he still doesn't. So that means he actually takes 2 damage plus another 2 damage, 4, so he takes 8 damage. Okay, yep, 8 damage. Ooh, these guys are tough. Okay, his turn. Lawman go, well no, let's let the bandito go first. I don't think he'll kill her, but that's a better opportunity if he does to let the lawman get more healing. He does get to re-roll 1. So he gets 2 hits. So it does 4 damage because of the 3 defense. One, 2, 3, 4. So, never mind. Lawman will roll. Oh, he gets 2 hits again. So, of course, they'll both go on to her. That's a 7 and a 4 is 11. That's enough to kill because each one of them he gets the +3. So, he gets 35 experience for a change. And he looked through the door. We have a dead succubi, and they get to draw 1 scavenge card each, but they each get to heal. Bandito, he heals his sanity. I don't think he can take, you can't take a grit. And the lawman heals 3 wounds, which is good. That is helpful. The lawman gets a useful discovery. Draw a gear card and 10 experience. A cavalry saber. You may make a melee attack as well as a ranged attack during your activation. If you do, neither of these may get critical hits. Ooh, that's something to keep in mind. That could come in very handy against the Hellfire Succubi since they can't Can't get criticals anyway. And then nothing here. Nothing defined, 10 experience, but he always gets 10 extra experience. So he gets 20. Alright. Now, see if we can hold back the darkness. We do. Alright, so the Bandito, oh, and the Bandito took 3 hits, so he needs to roll his defense against those hits. 2 of them go through, but he does have his armor, so he takes 1 wound. Oh, he took 1 wound. And now he can move. 3. But he's got his spurs on, so he's going to have to do the 3 hits again. 1, 2, 3. He didn't take that stuff off. So 2 again, but his armor saves him. Now the lawman gets to move. Oh, he gets grit. And he moves 2. 1, 2. And time to hold back the darkness. They do not. We've already done this blood spatter. So now it is... The Bandito is taking off his stuff so he doesn't take the hits. And he gets to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not going to look through yet. I don't need any more Hellfire Succubi coming through. Now the lawman. He gets to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hold back the darkness. An 11. So they do again. Lawman will move, and he will look through the door. And now it is time to set up for Cynder. Alright, so I've pulled out all the Cynder cards, and we've got the Cynder monster deck over there. And I will pull the first map card. I'm still experimenting with this new room in my new house about what's the best way to film these things, so bear with me as I try out new things. But the first room we have is the magma vents. Okay, so the magma vents. And you know what? We're not going back, so I don't really need this anymore. I like making the giant map around the table, but in this case we're not going to. So let's put an exploration token. It's the Bandito's turn to move. Nothing, we're not going anywhere. Flip the exploration token. Okay, and there's just, all there is one, wait, is that the, oh, I'm a dummy. Okay, ignore that because I put it on top of the stack. I keep, you probably noticed, I keep a separate one for the used ones. Instead of putting it in there, I put it on top of the stack where I draw them. So that was the exploration token. 2 encounters and 1 door. So where is the door? 3 straight ahead. Oh, and we weren't in Cynder, so actually the Bandito could have left all his clothes on at that point. He had his clothes on, doesn't matter because of who they were fighting, but he wouldn't have taken that 1 wound. Alright. See? Don't play for a while, make more mistakes. Encounters times 2, so we have Cynder encounters. I will shuffle these up. I have never played in Cynder. I have no idea what these would be. First encounter. Treasures of Greed. The chamber is filled with golden trinkets and treasures from across space and time, just like the intro. As you reach out to pick one up, you can feel the darkness infecting your hand, coursing through your veins. Each hero may attempt to pick up treasures up to 3 times using the following test. A spirit 6+. If successful, draw loot. For every one roll during the test, take a corruption, ignoring willpower. For any artifacts found as part of this, draw a world card first to see where it came from. Okay, and then the second encounter is Look Out. You are attacked by an otherworld threat native to the Caverns of Cynder. You know what? We are going to do... Let's do the Treasures of Greed first. Just so we can get that out of the way. And I think I'll let each one do it once just to see. So the Lawman has a spirit of 1. So he doesn't get one. You said you can do it up to 3 times. Let's try it again. And of course the Dingleberry gets a... He's going to take a corruption. So he'll try it a 3rd time. What the heck? Ooh, he gets a 6. So he does draw a loot card. Oh, and you know what? I think I drew scavenges instead of loot last time. Oh well. It's okay. Draw a gear card or an artifact card if in another world. So it's an artifact. We're just going to draw a Cynder artifact. I should go back and fix that I did loot instead of scavenge, but since nothing bad happened and I just didn't get something, I'm just going to let it be. Okay, so an artifact, oh, that is not a Cynder artifact anyway. A Scroll of Escaro. Discard to prevent up to 3 corruption points a hero is about to take, or to remove all burning markers from a hero. That's a good one. And does the... you know, the Bandito is rolling 4 dice, so I think I'm not going to chance it with him because he doesn't have any grit right now. So that is the end of this one. And now an attack. You are attacked by an otherworld threat native to the Caverns of Cynder. Magma Fiends. Chewing their way through the solid rock walls of the Caverns of Cynder, these beastly magna creatures burrow new tunnels and pathways, spewing lava wherever they roam. And it's a P dice worth of Magma Fiends. 3 Magma Fiends. And this is another... I've not gotten to fight any of the Cynder monsters yet, so these are all new to me, which is very exciting for me. So 3 Magma Fiends. They're kind of, if you don't have Cynder, here's what the Magma Fiends look like. They're pretty cool little models. And yeah. So they have a move of 4 and initiative 3, health of 2, but a 4 defense. They're a melee. They hit on a 5+, 2 combat, 3 damage. They get 2 elite abilities, of course, but let's see what their special abilities are. When setting up this enemy group, even in ambush, select a random exit on the map tile and place these enemies in the spaces closest to that exit. If the exit was blocked, remove the end cap and it is now a new door. So we'll do it just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, over here. So they're actually set up over here. This is now a door again. Oh, and that actually brings them closer. So they'll be able to fight first round after all. They have Lava Spew. Magma Fiend melee to hit rolls of 6 immediately at a burning marker. and they only move the shortest distance to reach their target. Anytime a magma fiend moves out of a space, place a lava space 5+ marker on that space if it did not already have one. Well, that is not going to be very nice. I'm going to go ahead and place these. Because they are going to move out of those spaces. Alright, and now they're 2 elites. 2. They're now +3 damage. And 4 +2 health. So they're 4 health and 6 damage. Wow. I rolled a 2 and 4 last time, I think. No, it was a 1 and 4. Alright. Okay. They are initiative 3, so we actually get to go first. They don't have a ranged attack, so I don't have to worry about that. And they are a beast, so the Beast Hunter rifle will be very helpful. And they are not immune to critical hits. So this is all working a little bit better than before. Alright, so I'm going to let the lawman, well, that was an attack as part of the encounter, so we're still in our turn. Let the lawman go first. Roll to move. No grit. He's staying right where he is. Oh, though it might be... Nah, because they'll have to go through a bunch of... Alright, he's going to attack. Oh, man. He's going to use a grit to re-roll that. Alright, so he got 1 hit. He's going to use his D8. He's going to attack this one, the closest one. That is a 1. Can he re-roll damage? Nope. But he is +3. That's... Oh, that's their defense. That's... He's going to use another grit. That's a 4, +3 damage takes it down to 1 health. Because their defense is 4. And he gets 3 extra damage because they're a beast. So he's got 3 damage on him. Alright. Bandito will move. He does not get a grit. He will attack. Oh my goodness gracious. He's going to re-roll his 1. So he has 1 critical hit. And he's just going to put it on this guy, which means he'll die. Sinister laugh. Ah, he gets a grit. Finally. And they are worth 25 experience. And that is the end of his turn. I can't believe with all that he only got 1 hit. Their turn. They can move 4. 1, 2... Okay, so he can get to both of them. So 1, 2, 3, he goes for the Bandito. 4, 5, 6. So he's going for the Bandito. He can move 4. 1, 2... Oh, he can get there too, so I guess that didn't matter. Now 2 combat. So white is on the lawman. Red is on the Bandito. Bandito gets hit once. He will defend, and he defends. Alright, that is the end of the first turn. Hold back the darkness. We do not. Oh, and they went in another room. And that means it is the lawman's turn. He is going to roll to move. No grit. He'll attack. He gets to reroll 1 to hit roll. He still misses. Damage 2. Huh. Plus his 3 is 5, so he does 1 damage. He's out of grit anyway, so he can't do anything. So he'll do 1 damage to this guy. Bandito roll to move. No grit. Roll to hit. He gets to reroll 1. He's going to reroll this one. He still misses, but he got 3 hits and 1 critical. So he's going to put the critical on him. 3 is enough to kill him. Ooh, I'm glad I did it that way. Sinister Laugh. No grit. So that was the critical done. And now his other 2 will just go on him. This one does no damage. This one does 2 damage. Now, 1, 2, 3, it's the Bandito. 4, 5, 6, it's the Lawman. He's attacking the Lawman. He's got 2 attacks. 1 hits. Lawman defends. He defends. Now we hold back the darkness. We do. It's shocking. Ooh, who needs more? So we're going to let the Bandito go first. Hopefully he can kill this. Bandito roll to move. Ooh, no grit. Can re-roll this one. Oh, he's got 2 criticals though. That's all. And he's only got 2 wounds left, so no matter what he dies. Even if I roll 2 1s. His laugh. And he gets his grit. Where is that sinister laugh? 5 plus, so he does get another grit. Couldn't remember if it was a 6 plus or a 5 plus. And 35 experience. And that is that. Bandito has no damage or wounds at this point. Oh, except he was wearing his clothes, so he should have taken... He started 2 turns, so he should have taken 6 hits for his 3 things he's wearing. Ooh. And he only saves 1. He's going to use one of those grit he earned. He had a grit. Okay, so he takes 2. And his armor, so he takes 2. And I know that was a little off of how I did it, but 2 wounds is average of what he would have gotten anyway. So he actually can heal up to 3, so it's all a wash. Most mistakes do seem to just end up as a wash. For the Lawman, he doesn't have a grit, but he's got 5 wounds. I think he should probably... He's going to have to try and heal himself. So he heals 2. Alright, and now... That was the end of the fight. Oh, they get a loot card each. I'll actually remember that they're loot this time. Bandito gets D3. He gets 3 Darkstone and 20 experience. But it's a loot, so he gets an extra 10 experience. And he gets 2 Darkstone. And then the Lawman gets 30 experience and 1 Darkstone. Darkstone. And that is the end of that. So now hold back the darkness. They do again. Bandito moves. And is he going to leave his clothes on at the start of this turn? You know what? I think he is. I want that 1 plus. No, he's going to not. He's taking off his clothes for this turn. And he moves 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now the lawman, his move. 3, he gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold back the darkness. 7 we do, because in another room or two we won't be able to. So, you know how we're going to do this is Bandito, he's going to go first. He's not putting his clothes on this turn, and so he'll move to here. I'm trying to avoid these lava spaces. Now the lawman goes, and you know what, he's going to have to look through. I should have put his clothes on, I'm a moron. But what do we find on the other side? We find no exploration token in a T-junction. Okay, so we've got the T-junction. That is the end of the turn. I'm not going to scavenge or anything like that. So we are back to holding back the darkness. 7 we do. Oh, though we did move 1 more. After this next room we go in, it moves to an 8. Alright, so the Bandito is still undressed. He's going to go first. And he moves 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the lawman. And he will look through the door. Get that out of the way. Get 5 experience. And we find the icon platform. Alright, never back, always forward. Exploration token now, and it is the first clue, but 2 encounters, only 1 door. The door is here. Magma fiends away. Encounters. Here, next encounter. Searing heat. The temperature here is unbearable. It takes a massive effort to simply not collapse. All heroes on this map tile are reduced to max grit 1. Well, okay. That means the Bandito lost a grit. Second encounter, and I just went ahead and, oh, and it remains in play. Okay. Venting steam. At the start of each turn, every hero on this map tile must make a Luck 4 test. If failed, that hero takes D3 wounds, ignoring defense, as they are burned by a powerful jet of steam. This map tile may be scavenged up to 3 times. Well, this is a crappy map tile. Alright, so, but we got the first clue. Alright, hold back the darkness. We do not. And it is another blood spatter. Cave in. Each hero must pass an agility 6 test or take D6 wounds that do, or D6 hits that do 2 wounds each from falling debris. Agility 6. The lawman has an agility of 2. I guess he's going to be taking some wounds here shortly. Yep. So he takes D6 hits, 3 hits, that do 2 wounds each. And so he takes 2 wounds. Okay. Did I remember to give him his... Yes, I did heal his wounds. And now the Bandito has an agility of 2 as well, and he passes. Okay. Okay, so we're going to let the Bandito go first. At the start of each turn, well, this is not... Yeah. So he has to do a luck 4 test now. His luck is 2. He passes. Now he moves. 2, he gets a grit, but he's at a max. He's already at his max grit 1. So 1. Oh, but he can use that grit to roll additional space 1. So okay. Oh, that was a bad place for him to be. Okay. All right. So now his agility test. I mean, sorry, his luck test. His luck is 3. And of course he fails. So he takes D3 wounds. He takes a wound. Wow. That isn't very nice. Now he can move. He gets a grit. He actually had none, so that's okay. So he moves 2. 1, 2. That works out okay, to be honest. Alright, hold back the darkness. 7. Yes, they do. This is the last. Oh no. They went into a room. But they hit a blood spatter. But I don't think he's wearing his... He's not wearing his spurs anymore, so he can't move the darkness back a space. But the Bandito can do his luck test. He passes again. Now he'll move. He's going to move to here. He's not looking through the door. Luck test. He passes. He's going to move. He can immediately use that for another 1, which means he can go here. He'll look through the door. We can get the heck off of this tile. And we find a lava bridge. There's the lava bridge. We are not going back to that other tile. Got an expiration token. And doors. Oh, we don't know how many doors yet. Duh. Okay, so expiration token. Oh, it's the other clue. That's good because it was an attack. When the heroes find the second clue icon in the Caverns of Cynder, they have reached the objective for exploring this other world. Ignore any attacks or encounters. Also ignore any door or gates because there are no exits. Reveal all growing dread cards and then face an epic threat. Once all enemies have been defeated, the heroes have successfully completed the mission. Okay. Alright, so we can ignore the attack. Growing Dread. We only have 1 Growing Dread card? Wow. Dread. You shudder to think of what lay before you. Move the darkness 1 step forward on the depth track. Okay, I guess we could do that. Draw an epic threat. And it is 1 Magma Giant. Finally. I've never faced a Magma Giant either. So let's go figure out what this dude is going to do to our poor guys.